the Youth Pavilion itself was an idea to think of innovative ways in which we can champion initiative solutions like youth is already leading the way, right? And we're already working in this solution in our different communities. And that's part of the idea itself of the forum, not looking at young people only for us to talk about the youth agenda. We know a lot about that, of course, but we're also experts in our fields. We have a lot to bring to the table. So in the Youth Pavilion, it was really interesting that some of the thematics and topics related to youth also were mentioned in the different panels that we had during these 2 days. And the first thing that came up, it was that young people were already, of course, working in innovative solutions to address the most pressing issues of our time, but they were always mentioning the same thing. Solutions that are not only sustainable in time, but solutions that are protecting future generations. So, and they not only mention this when it comes to climate change, but of course it's the most obvious relation. But when I hear about future generations, most of the time I hear the connection between future generations and only climate change. That of course is important, but it has to go beyond that. It has to go beyond education, for example, AA, new technologies, data, all solutions that were mentioned in the Youth Pavilion during today. But also young people mentioned the importance of us seen as stakeholders. They literally mentioned this at one of the last sessions that we have to be seen as stakeholders. That it's also the idea that is mentioned in our common agenda, young people seen as equals. And what does this mean? That we are in a room, we not only have the position to talk, to be able to speak our minds, but we also have power of the decisions we're going to make, power in the negotiations, power in the projects we're going to be leading to work in these solutions. But it also, for example, means that we receive an equal pay. That was treated in one of the sessions that we have regarding the UN internships, for example. And last but not least, the third point that I think is really important is that we as young people are really aware of the importance of us to amplify more voices, to bring more young people to the table, and to break this idea that, for example, I'm from Argentina, I represent all youth in Argentina, because we don't live the same context. I don't represent all the youth in Argentina, I don't represent all the youth in Latin America, and we're very aware of this privilege we have, and we want to bring more young people to the table. But it doesn't have to only this responsibility to be carried in our shoulders, but we have to work collaboratively with other actors, with other stakeholders, with the UN, with civil society to make this happen. And well, these were the key takeaways. But last but not least, I think I'm on time with Yara. I want to say thank you about when we sit and we envision all of the ideas for the youth track, for the Global Futures Forum, what happened during these 2 days exceed every of our expectations. You take ownership of every one of the initiatives. You make it yours, and you make your points, your ideas, and the causes you're fighting for really clear in the table. And last but not least, I wanted to say that you young people and all the initiatives you mentioned during these days, all the different areas in which you're working on, you are the biggest, you will forever be my inspiration.